Welcome to the Wynn Show, where everybody comes to win.
Welcome to this episode of the Wynn Show, where everybody comes to win. Today I have a very special guest for you. We are talking in studio with Marilyn Lance-Robb. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Marilyn has got some amazing information to share with you today. She is the branch manager of the Carvers Bay Branch Public Library, which is in Georgetown County, right?
Yes, that's right.
But wait, there's more, because she also is the founder of Ma Flow's Health and Awareness Team. And people come to watch our show, Marilyn, because they want to be inspired to do that thing that's inside of them. Mm-hmm. And I know that you are doing, you have a job and you are giving back to your community through Ma Flows. And so I really want to give you the opportunity to share with our viewers what you do and like what instigated this passion, and why did you have to create Ma Flows? Because you had to do it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. So tell us that, like, what it is and why you had to birth it.
Well, what it is, I built my business because when my job closed down, then, I got laid off.
Yeah.
And so I had a 401k.
Mm-hmm.
So with that 401k, I built my business. And
now, is that your salon?
That's my salon.
Okay.
I built my salon.
Yes.
I built the salon, which I named it Ma Flows after my mother.
Oh, I love that.
So I built it after my mother, and then out of it came Ma Flow's Health and Awareness Team.
Okay.
And because of that, we would I had clients that would come and ask for health information, and I would go back to the library
Mm-hmm.
and print it out and bring it back to the salon to them.
Wow.
So then when I found out that I could get funding through the National Library of Medicine,
Mm-hmm.
I went for it.
Okay.
And so that allowed me to put computers into the salon.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that allowed me to put computers in the salon so that when my clients come in, if they're waiting, they could just get on and, do whatever they need to do.
Okay.
So that's why I felt the need that I had to, make that business a reality.
Yeah.
Well, that service,
a reality. Sure. So let's talk about this for a few minutes. So you have a job.
Yes.
You get there, whatever happens in the workplace, we all know how that works. You get laid off, and it's like mother necessity comes alive,
Mm-hmm.
right? You gotta do something.
Yeah.
So you take your 401k and you build the salon named after your mom, which
Yeah.
I love that, okay? We value moms around here a lot. So, and then this is when the need really presents itself.
Yes.
Your clients are coming in to the salon, and what kind of health information were they asking for?
I have one young lady that had diabetes,
Okay.
and she had one amputee. She was
Oh, wow.
she was an amputee,
Okay.
and then she ended up getting both of her legs off.
Wow.
And then I had others that had hypertension or
Mhm.
I just wanted to come in and learn how to use the computer.
Okay.
And so that's what I did, and then I used MedlinePlus.gov
Mhm.
in order to find the information. Why I use MedlinePlus.gov? Because they have update their website daily, so that's where I could find reliable health information.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that about Medline. That's good to know, because often you get a little something and you start doing the Google search and God knows what you come up with, right?
Yes.
But Medline updates daily. You know them to be a credible source. It's a government source, so you're not just getting some fly-by-night stuff.
Exactly.
Because you care too much about your clients
Oh, yeah.
for that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so they're coming in and it's some health information, but also a skill set to learn and use the computer.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes.
So you have this going on in your salon,
Mm-hmm.
and how does it begin to blossom and grow?
Well,
Because the salon is no more, right?
well, yes, it is.
It is, but it's
you
not
know,
your main focus.
It's not my main focus.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how it ventured off into the library.
Yeah.
I partnered with the library, so we collaborate together.
Okay.
So with that collaboration, I was able to, because my students then got larger, and then I needed the library, and I only had like one computer.
Okay.
So I needed more computers. So my boss allowed me to use that after hours, and then I could do the classes,
Okay.
you know, at the library. So they were sort of like my partner.
Wow. So this is really great. How did you ask for this? Like because some people will watch and they'll be like, oh yeah, well, so she partnered with the library, but I don't know how to do that. What does it take to get them to say yes?
With the library?
Yeah.
Well, I got a pretty good boss.
But you had to ask, right?
Oh yeah. You have
just
to get
had to
permission, because
ask.
you can't just go and just use a facility. So
Yeah.
I got permission from him to and then what I did, well, actually,
Yeah.
how the library really got into it.
Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff.
In 2006, I was in a group with Charleston County
Okay.
with MUSC, and it was like a Reach 2020.
Okay.
And we went to Bethesda, Maryland, and we won an award. The award was $25,000. Now there were 5 different communities in 5 different facilities in that
In the
had to
award.
split. Yeah, that
Okay.
had to split that money
Okay.
because we was with Georgetown County and Charleston County.
Okay.
So $5,000 came to the Georgetown County Library, which came to Carver's Bay, and that's how I was able to do computer classes at Andrews,
Okay.
because that was where I first started. So I
okay.
collaborated with the manager there and with Dwight, in which he said it was okay. So
Okay.
I started doing classes there at least once or twice a week.
Okay.
Until the funds ran out.
Ran out. Okay.
Yeah.
And so in those classes, what were you teaching to folks?
I teach them basic computer skills,
Okay.
how to use the mouse. I teach them how to get an email, how to send and receive,
Nice.
and how to just navigate through the website. And then I take them to the Medline Plus magazine, Medline Plus website, and then that's where they put in whatever their sickness is or whatever the disease is that they're looking for. Just look for it, and they know that it's going to be some reliable information that they get.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is really a big impact in your community because you're giving folks the skills to work in this time period, right? Everybody needs to know how to send, receive email, have access to computers.
Oh yeah.
So you're giving them on the tactical piece, right? But what I love is you take it the extra mile, and now they're empowered to be in control of their own health.
Yeah.
That's really big. And from reliable sources, and you're there to help with that, to navigate the Medline.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an amazing service you do, and it came out of your salon.
Yes.
Right? Which the other thing that's amazing here, and I want folks to really hear, is if you had not been laid off from that job, none of these things would have come into place.
Nope.
So very often what we think is the crisis of our life could be, I don't want to put words in your mouth, right?
Oh, you say that.
But when
right.
you lose a job, I mean, it's like,
yeah.
what do I do, right?
And you have a family too?
Yeah, yeah. So, but you take that and you say, okay, what do I do? And now look at the blessing that you are in your community. I'm sure that people never thought they would have had access that you're giving them through the Medline and taking power back in their own health care, right? Yeah.
And we not only go to the libraries, we've done churches and all that too. Because now I've been doing this since 2005.
Okay.
So from 2005 until now, I've reached lots of faith-based communities, and my dad used to have a church, and I put a laptop in there because of the grant that I got from National Library of Medicine.
Wow.
So
So the first grant was in 2006. And then, is that right? Because y'all won it as a
2006, yes.
Okay. And then since that time, have you had to keep reapplying?
Every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Oh my goodness.
And every year the award, the award gets higher.
Okay.
Every year, because it's a need.
Yeah.
For because there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to use the internet or how to search it, or don't even know how to use the computer. And it's not only teaching them how to use the computer, but laptops, tablets, even their cell phones, because you got a lot of seniors now with cell phones and they don't know how to use it.
Oh, that is so important.
Teach them how to text.
Oh,
So.
Yeah. Wow. So would you say that the folks who come for your services, are they mostly seniors, or you have all different age groups?
They're all different age groups.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because one of the things that I do, I pair the teens with the seniors. Because when I was at Andrew's library, I used to always tell them, because I'm so busy, I would always tell them, I can't sit with you on the computer to help you do whatever. I said, but as soon as the kids get off from school, I'll have one to sit with you and help you with the work. And so they would come back when school is out and get their work done.
Oh my gosh. Besides the obvious, they're able to get their work done, but let's talk about the teens. What a difference it makes in their life to be able to be of service and to have someone who expects that they're able to do that. Because people rise to expectation, right? But even more beautiful, when you pair a senior with a young person, that is a magical experience and exchange of information, of personality, of values. I mean, wow. So how many teens do you think you've had, let's say in 2019, how many teens did you have that you think you paired at some point or another with a senior to do that kind of help?
Probably about maybe 25, seniors. Yeah. Really? With teens.
With teens, yeah. Okay. How many people do you think within a year you have had come through the health awareness program kind of thing? I mean, it's not really a program, but like how many people in a year do you think you've helped?
Oh wow. I just did a report with a young lady, and I think within a year you could say probably about a little under 100.
Wow. Okay.
That that actually come through, because you got different sessions that you do, and it's 2-hour sessions. So, and I try to do at least pair 8 kids or 5 with a senior or something like that. Each one.
Yeah. And do your sessions happen on the regular, like every month we do, or they're available every week, or it's really how you're going into other places?
That's how I have it set up. Like every I do 2 sessions a month.
Okay.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
Okay. So. And do they happen at Carver's Bay Library?
Some of them do. Okay,
so sometimes it's the on-site, sometimes it's at the library. Okay.
Or sometimes it's wherever.
Oh, okay.
It's not no designated place. If I go to the gym and there's someone there trying to use their phone or whatever, I don't know, hey, I'm teaching you.
Oh my gosh, you're the walking teacher. We come to you. I love that.
I just love to help.
So I can tell very much that you love to help people. But I bet that over the years that you've been doing this, that you've had some interesting experiences, because the Medline's not the only way that you've helped people. This is how you're helping now, but we know that you used to have a ministry,
Yeah,
right? With
yeah.
Ma Flo's 5 Loaves, okay?
Yeah.
So when we come back, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I want you to tell us the story from there, okay?
Okay.
Because I think that's going to be some fun stuff to do.
All right.
So we'll be right back in just a moment with some more with Marilyn. So welcome back to this episode of the Wynn Show. We're in studio with Marilyn talking, and I want to talk a little bit about Ma Flo's 5 Loaves ministry. So tell us a little bit about that, and then I think you have something, a little story, don't you, to share?
Yeah, I sure can share a couple of stories. Yeah, well, Ma Flo's 5 Loaves, well, actually, I had one of my staff used to get bread from Piggly Wiggly off of a truck.
Okay.
And so she would bring it to the library. So I asked her, where did you get that from? And so the girl started bringing it to the library, but then she had to stop. Well, anyway, I got the card and I said, I need to find out how to get this back to the people, because the people keep coming and asking, about the bread.
Oh, so she was bringing loaves for
the truck. Instead of the truck taking it back to the return place, they were bringing it to us.
Okay. And you were sharing it in the community?
We were sharing it. So
okay.
So actually I shared it at the library.
Okay.
So we used Carver's Bay Library, and that's where we distributed the bread.
Okay.
And when that stopped, she had to stop. So then I said, after I had her card, and they keep asking, when the bread is coming, when the bread is coming. And I'm like, I don't know. So I had this card, this bubble went out. He said, you got that card. So I had the card. So what I did, I took the card and I called, as a matter of fact, we started with Halls down here, bread company.
Okay.
And went there and I called him and he said, well, come down and we'll have a talk. So I went down there and talked with him, and that's how we got started with the bread. Okay. And I took my little Cadillac. We used to load that Cadillac up with bread in the back, and me and my sister, and we would take it down to the library because the people needed it. It was a need.
I love that.
And so after I got my van, I have a 15-passenger van. After I got that fixed,
big boy.
after I got that fixed, then we started, carrying it, in the van. So we did that for about 8 years.
So how much bread can you get in a 15-passenger van?
Oh my goodness. A lot. Because we had like boxes, and we had like, the chicken box. So we would, after we graduated, we got the chicken box and we filled them and take it to the library, and we even did churches and all that too.
Oh my gosh!
So
and people would just come and get their bread.
People would come, or either we would take it when we do the churches and stuff. We take it to the churches,
and they come to the church,
and the people in the community and church distributed it to the people in that community.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness!
That's how we did it. It was me and my other two sisters.
Your sisters. Shout out to the sisters. We love that. So I do have a question or a thing I want you to go back and say. You said the gal who was bringing it to the library had to stop, but you had that card.
I had that card, and that's all I needed. Ding. That card.
You called it a bubble. You said the bubble, kind of came up in your mind, right? I talk about that as being sort of the download, right?
Yeah.
But so we get, and I like the bubble. I might start using that. But you get this bubble that says, "I can make the phone call."
Yeah.
You're a woman of complete action.
Yeah.
Like you just get the bubble and you just start making things happen.
And they're done.
And there was a need in your salon. I need to know more. And you said, "How do I make it happen?" And you make it happen. Our viewers, I'm sure they are feeling the inspiration from you. It's like, if Marilyn can do this, and you just do, you asked at the library, and they said yes. But you could have gone a whole lifetime and never asked.
That's true.
All it took was that ask.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You really are. So everything, you get it done. Okay, so, let me back up for a second. You have this 15-passenger van.
Yeah.
You fill it up with bread. You take it to the library, or you take it to the churches. You get out in the community and everything. Is there just one time of that stands out that you just think, oh, this was the craziest day we ever had?
Well, we had, we stopped to an auto parts place
Okay.
in Georgetown, and because the van needed a part. So along the way, I can't say this without saying this, but along the way, God will put people in your place. And that's what he did. Everything I wanted to do, there was always people line up to do what they were supposed to do. So we went to this auto car place
Okay.
because the van needed a part.
Okay.
So we give them bread too. So in turn, if I need a part, then they're there to help me with whatever part that I need.
Oh my gosh.
So there was some like a trailer, not a trailer, like these mobile cars. 2 guys was in it.
Okay.
Campers.
Those
like
type
a
of camper.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they were stuck.
Okay.
They needed a part and they didn't have the money to get the part and stuff like that.
Okay.
But we had bread, so we asked them, I said, well, we can't help you with the parts. I said, but you need some bread? And so that was our thing. You need some bread? You go to the gas station, you need some bread? So we asked him, you need some bread? And so he said, you know what? He said, we've been praying. Said, we have peanut butter, but we don't have no bread. And I tell you, I said,
Marilyn. Oh my
I said, well, you can get as much bread as you want. And that really touched me. And when he said that, that makes me want to do more. That made me and my sisters then want to do more,
Yeah.
because there's a need in the community. And, it didn't take nothing off of us. Every Friday, 5 o'clock in the morning, we get up.
Okay, wait a minute. I think that took a little something to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday and go get the bread.
Yes, and we sort them and put them in the boxes and take it where it needs to go.
Oh my gosh, I love that story though. They needed a part, but you had bread, and they had been praying for the bread.
Yes, they were, because they had peanut butter, but they didn't have no bread.
You answered the prayer. You answered the prayer.
I said, well, thank you, Jesus.
Oh my gosh, that's a great story. Okay, so I'm going to turn the table on you now and ask you this one, okay? So that's an amazing story. Was there ever a time in all of this where you felt like, this is impossible, like we just got to stop, I can't go on anymore? And how did you move through that?
You're right. There has been lots of time when I said, I just wanted to give up. I mean, just wanted to stop.
Yeah.
And it seems like sometimes if I ask, like my sister, if they can't go or whatever, and I have to keep reminding myself that it's not their mission, it's my mission. They're just helping. And so if I get downtrodden and feel like I want to give up, I have to still go, because my mission is not completed yet. So until your mission gets completed, then that's when it's over. And it wasn't completed. Even if I had to go out there and do it myself, it was a mission that I had to complete for myself.
Okay, that's hitting home with me. Okay. Because there are things that I feel I'm called to do. And at times, like when your sisters couldn't go with you, I have felt at times where the support hasn't been there. And I'm like, I just need support to make this happen. But inevitably, I will get some sort of confirmation that, no, you're on the right path.
Yeah.
And what you just said is kind of all over me, because the fact that those who I'm counting on to support me, it's not their mission, it's my mission.
Exactly.
And so I have to keep doing it, even if it feels like there was a no, or the support disappeared for a minute, or just to know people are there helping, but it's my mission.
Yes.
And hopefully our missions run together, right? I'm sure that yours and your sisters overlap and everything. But ultimately, I gotta stay focused, like you are doing. This is yours, and it's not over till it's over.
Not over till it's over.
Oh man! So on the daily, that's the reminder you give yourself when you're in the hard spots. That's the reminder you give yourself.
Mm-hmm.
My mission.
Yeah.
My mission. I stay with
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then sometimes I just have to, I go into my little secret closet, and sometimes you have to just pray and cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, when you do that, when you pray and cry about it, oh, God will send you an answer. You get an answer. Sometimes it's not what we want, but
That's good.
but when He sent it, He's good. He done already paved the way, so
You're laying it down for us now.
Yeah.
This is what we really needed to hear today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to cry about it,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
when we do,
Mm-hmm.
He's faithful.
Oh yeah.
He'll send the answer.
Oh yeah. Every time.
Before we cut to a commercial, I want to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know when you're in your closet, when you're really pouring it out? How do you know when He's spoken? What is it for you?
For me, when I know that when I've already cried and said what I want to say and, asked Him to help me or whatever, it's just a peace that comes over and you just feel fulfilled, and then the crying just automatically just stops. But you know that deep down inside that it's going to be okay,
Yeah.
Sometimes you get your back pushed up against the wall,
Mm-hmm.
but just know that, just know that whoever you pray to, He's there, and He's not going to leave you. Whatever you want to do, just do it, but put Him first. I always say put God first for me. Whoever your higher power is, put them first.
Mm-hmm.
And everything will be all right.
Whew, okay, I need a minute to digest. You probably do too, so we're going to take a quick break and be right back with more of Marilyn. This is good stuff. That was really... Okay, welcome back. Hope you had a minute to just digest those words because that was powerful. I want to give you a chance as we wrap up this time together to just give our people like your best promo. So if somebody is watching and they're thinking, oh, I have some difficulty navigating the computer. I need some health information. I want to be in charge of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Or how did they get in touch with you? And I'm going to just open it a little wider than that too and say this. Or if people watching just say, I need some Marilyn in my life because you are such a precious soul and have so much wisdom to share with us. How would people reach out and find you? Is it through the library? Like, you just give them your best promo and tell them,
Yeah.
find me for this and here's where to do it.
Yeah, if you need help with any computer needs or, just finding reliable health information over the internet, I could hook you up with the National Library of Medicine. You could become a network member with them, and you could do some of the things that I'm doing right now. And as far as whatever ministry that you decide that you want to do, sometimes you have people, sometimes you're out there and you want to just do something, just to help somebody, just finding just deep within yourself and whatever your passion is, you do it and just ask God to lead you. That's what I do every day. Every day I wake up, I ask Him to just give me the right words to say, to comfort somebody, because everybody's going through something. So if you need to get in touch with me, you could get me at Carvers Bay Branch Public Library, and we're in the Carvers Bay section of Hemingway, and all Moflo's Health and Awareness Team. You could find me, and I don't mind sharing my phone number, 843-340-1054, because sometimes you always want somebody just to listen to you, and that's what I believe in, just listening. Sometimes you have to just listen.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're an inspiration, and you've given us a lot of good stuff and nuggets already. I'm like, I gotta get out and do something. Is there any last word that you could say? You just did a minute ago. You talked about our passion, but is there anything else that you feel like that God has really set on your heart today to tell our folks?
Well, like I always say, my motto that I follow all the time is, as far as teaching somebody, I heard this a long time ago, and I've always relied on it. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So that's what I want to do. Teach and feed for a lifetime. So that's my motto.
And you are the example of that. You're doing it every day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Anytime.
It's been great to meet you. So, big shout out to the Ma Flows Health and Awareness team, to the Carvers Bay Library, and for everybody along the way, to the bread providers, right?
Yes.
For all of the different people, and even to the auto parts store, right?
Right,
You know
exactly.
who you are, and we're giving you a real shout out for keeping the mission of this woman going and for supporting that. Marilyn, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Take this, y'all. Take these nuggets and make the impact in your community that you have been inspired to make. We'll see you another time on The Wynn Show.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Wynn Show. This is Wynn, and I'm inviting you to discover what's possible in your life by joining me in the I'm Possible Discovery program. You can find all the details at bsharp.us/join.